All right, guys, here we are playing on the road against Atalanta, and we have, of course, the 4-0 lead on aggregate here in the Champions League in this leg. Hope that we can bring ourselves up after that loss to Bayern Munich, which was a loss that was always going to happen. We have a heck of a fixture list coming up. So we play against Manchester City in like 3 or 4 days. Which is why Pele is not in our squad today. We need to get him a rest. And after that, I think we play Barcelona in the league, so it doesn't get any easier. Maradona, unfortunately for us, is injured at the moment, so he's going to be out. I think it's like 3 weeks or something like that, so it's going to be hard. We don't have him. And that means that our big attacking three has to take a back seat. Atalanta, meanwhile, had a corner. It didn't turn into anything, and then a throw, and apparently there was no highlight to show. So we're doing okay. We all have 6.7s. We all look interested. Here's Martinez in the back over to Figueroa. Figueroa finds Breitner over to Law. I do have Breitner back in there, by the way. He did play half of the match yesterday. So Ronaldo here with the cross, and it doesn't quite find anybody, unfortunately. And we need to try to win this ball back off of them. We are doing a pretty poor job of it, and Giggs can't quite get to it. There's Martinez over to Breitner, and I'm trying to ask myself, why is Ronaldo not in this squad? I don't think I did a good job of putting this together. Here's Messi up front. And, that was an incredible shot from a crazy angle, and it forced a save that was kind of a punch save. And there's Ronaldo. He's on the other side. He's on the side that I wasn't expecting him to be on. My coaches proudly told me that they think that Ronaldo is a world-class player, and that's pretty impressive because I think he's only like 18. So here's Messi, speaking of world-class, and unfortunately he's not able to get to that one before the defender knocks it off of his foot. Here we have a far post corner, and it's headed backwards. Breitner now with it. Over to Figueroa to Messi. Law. Over to Monteglio, and that's the end of the movement. I don't think that I set up my corners again, so whatever. Messi, not quite able to win that. That's up and over for a goal kick for us, thankfully. So we still have 0-0 on the scoreboard, and remember, we just have to make sure we don't give up 4 goals. As long as we don't do that, I think we're going to be okay. Monteglio wins this, and it's not a foul. I think everybody stopped thinking that Martinez had been called for giving up a penalty, but it didn't happen at the end. And so we go back to this screen, and we're going to wait for the next highlight. Pretty good so far. We look good in attack. We look good in defense as well. I'm not seeing anything that really stands out as problematic or worrisome. Figueroa wins this. Back to Leviashin, and it's over to Monseglio. Now to Giggs. We're going to go up the left side, it looks like. Giggs, and I'm looking forward to see, he was looking for Breitner. I was looking forward to see if we had anybody downfield. Giggs instead decided to pass it laterally, not exactly the best idea. Figueroa now to Law, over to Messi. Messi, what a pass to Bobby Charlton, and that is off the post, and it comes back out, so their keeper grabs it. He was not offside. I thought he might have been offside. In fact, I wonder if that had been scored, if that would have been called for offside. This is just an incredible pass. I don't know how Messi sees that, because I didn't see it, and Charlton had a good attempt on goal. It was partially blocked by the keeper, and then it went off of that post and bounced just right back out. So still is 0-0, but that's the sort of impressive movement that we like to see. Giggs throws over to Messi, down to Martinez, to Eriksson, over to Monseglio, to Breitner, off of the defender, now to Ronaldo. Ronaldo to Breitner, back to Ronaldo. This is good. And, the cross was not quite that good, but Ronaldo goes back, finds it again. Charlton can't quite get his head onto it. It's with Giggs over to Eriksson. It's a Law, and his shot is up and over. Giggs, by the way, had to levy a pretty harsh fine on him for a poor performance in that last match. And Ronaldo, Mr. World Class, has a 6.4 rating, so he's world class, but apparently not good enough. Fortunately for us, that header is up and above the goal, and that is not a goal for Atalanta, and it was a little bit worrisome. Every time you get one of those highlights right before the half, you know someone's going to score, or they're going to get close. It didn't quite happen, so we need to be happy about the recent praise. Martinez is having a bad match. We're going to take him off right away. Not going to mess around. I think we're going to take Ronaldo off as well, since he's also not playing so well. We'll put we'll put Philip Lahm back on. A little bit wary of doing so, but we'll do that. And then Bobby Charlton. I'm trying to think. Do I take him off for Mount? Yeah, let's put Mount on. we'll leave Pele out of this one for the time being. If we get rid of Mount, which I think we will do, we need to have somebody else, because though it's good to have 6 shadow strikers, we need to have like that one more is what we would need. Lam over to Figueroa, and it's back with Yashin. The reason why is because you can have a first team and a second team, but you need to have substitutes, and you don't want to use the first team guys when it's the second team's game, because then they're too tired to play in their own game. So it's a difficult balancing act. Here's Monseglio knocking this over to Breitner, not to Figueroa. Back to Monseglio, over to Breitner, Figueroa. Ideally, you want to have young players who you can slot in here and there, but I sold all those. Lam pops this up and wins it back, and it ends up with Atalanta, and they lob it over to the other side, and Mount goes back and wins it again, over to Eriksson, back to Mount, to Giggs. Giggs to Devici, to Eriksson, over to Breitner. And Breitner has it just taken off of him at the lob with another dangerous tackle. He's done that a couple of times and has gotten away with it. Laud wins another tackle. How about that? Over to Messi. Messi to Mount with the shot, and it's off the post and comes right back at him. And he looks surprised. He didn't even react to it. So 0-0 remains. And let's see what we can do here. 0-0 the score. And somebody hopefully will do something. De Vici over to Monseglio. I don't know. Does the game still tell you if it's a board draw at the end of a 0-0? I guess we might find out here in a second unless something happens. This has been anything but, I would say, a board draw, except that nobody scored. And if that's what excitement is, then you're not going to be happy with this one. Law over to Lam. Back, finds Eriksson behind the defense, over to Mount, and Messi, and he misses it. Was that Mount or Messi who missed that one? Let's take a look at the replay and see if we can figure that one out. Because you have both of those guys in the same place. Eriksson with his great pass to Messi. It was Messi who missed it. And he really has to have his head in his hands for that one, because there's no way he should have missed it from that range. So not a great job by Messi. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. The substitutes that have come on haven't been playing all that well. At least Philip Lahm is having a hard time. Mount hasn't done much of anything. It's just kind of one of those matches where nothing's going, and we have to watch out. We're going to give up another goal here on this corner. Horta takes it, and it's off of Messi's back foot as he was running the other way. I'm not sure where he was going. Looks like he was going after the ice cream truck, and Horta takes a shot, and that just misses the goal. It's deflected, apparently. I'm a little bit surprised at that call, but it's deflected and it's out for another corner. So we'll take what the ref says we need. Yashin goes over and catches it. Safe hands from the world-class keeper, and it's still 0-0. And let's see what we can do. So Atalanta on the road is not quite as bad as Bayern on the road. 10 minutes left. They have 10 minutes to get 4 goals. I mean, we're perfectly happy with a 0-0 draw. We'll take it. We're happy with no goals being scored. We'll have the boring match. Good job by Mount to win that one. Very, very good. Look at this counterattack down to Giggs. And it's deflected back to De Vici. He knocks it over to Mount again, and he crosses it to nobody. It doesn't matter because Mason Mount is miles offside. It's just kind of a strange decision. It's like he knows he needs to cross it, but there's nobody there. Monseglio over to Figueroa, to Messi, back to Figueroa, to Lam. Lam brings this up right side, and one of the big victories today, of course, is that we rested Pele, which is the key, because we want him to play in the next match. It's going to be hard, though, for our players to develop partnerships with each other, because we have to keep changing guys in and out, in and out, in and out. That's pretty poor, and we've given up a goal, so this is going to end up being a loss, I think, for us. That was a bad job by our defense to keep that ball out. We have been playing so well up until this point of the match, it's Monseglio here who makes the mistake, commits himself one way, and he's beaten going the other. And so that's just sort of the way that it is. We were probably a little bit too adventurous looking for a goal here on the road. Monseglio does take the hit. He has a 6.3 rating. That was really bad. So it is. We do need a refresher here on this defense, but I worry because I've already got us 900 million euros in debt. What we really need to do is win things, and then this summer we can think about the changes we want to make. Here's Lam again. Forward to Breitner, over to Messi, and he gets one back. How about that? So Lionel Messi makes up for his mistakes. He's got one back. That will help with morale. 1-1. I think this will end a draw, and we win on aggregate, of course, 5-1. No question about it. We did what we were supposed to do here. We came in and we prevented them from getting a whole bunch of goals back, And hey, we got a goal of our own here. And away goals, I know, don't count anymore in the Champions League. But if they did, we'd be happy with that because we got the away goal. That means that we're basically set. And Messi's not even close to offside because he's got two guys in front of him. So I'm not sure why that was even a replay, but whatever. We have to look at everything. And Lam has been injured. So Lam, who came on partway through, has now been injured. We've had 2 injuries here in this match against Atalanta, and we've had so much extra time. We're playing another game. And Eriksen's free kick is up and over. Now Monseglio has it. I'm still not sure why they haven't blown the whistle. If you want, we'll win this one. Let's go do that. No, that's the whistle finally at the end. And that's the end. 1-1 the draw. We actually won XG, which is a little bit surprising to me. I thought that we were on the back foot most of the match, but I guess that shows you can't always trust what you see in the highlights. And so it is, 1-1 draw, and not really a board draw, but not all that exciting either. And that's it for today. I'll talk with you again tomorrow. We've got the big Manchester derby again, so we'll see how that goes. Talk to you then. Bye.